Good morning. Welcome to Life in KMAX, where no 2 days are the same and you never know what life is going to bring. Um, if you've joined, I'm thankful that you have. If you're new here, so am I. Kind of, but not really. As we said before, we kind of have abandoned this channel, and I just have an itch to jump back into it and see what it can be. Um, I'm driving, got my coffee. It's heaven. Um, Headed out to the country today. Have an appointment in our little town out in the country, and then I'm going to sit at the farmhouse and hang out with my cats because I miss them a lot. Um, our life is looking a little different right now. I might get into that at some point, but not today. The kids are back to school. We live in Ohio, and we didn't think our town was going to be in the quote unquote eye of the storm, but we did get some snow. Not as much as a lot of people, but the kids did not have school yesterday, which I kind of was low-key thankful for because we're passing around sickness, so it was just an extra day to rest and not have an agenda. So after a 2-hour delay today, I think they're headed back to school, or should be there at this time. I know my son is at his school, and then the other ones are probably at their school. I've just been thinking a lot today as we head into January. It's now the 7th, and what does 2025 look like? Looks like a lot of things to me. I'm a dreamer, I'm a planner, I'm a adventurer. And I'm glad, because I think that I would really get bored if my life was the same every day. It can be exhausting, but it's also unknown and exciting and all the things. So I guess I'll start by saying I'm a very awkward vlogger. I don't know what to say. I do better when my husband is with me, because then we can feed off each other. But here we are in the car, driving. I don't know. I'm anxious to grow this community, and I know it's a little bit daunting when you have 13 followers. And, I'm looking at that and I'm saying, but you know what? Keep at it, and pretty soon it'll be 1,300 and maybe more after that. And I really don't care who follows us or who likes us or who doesn't like us. I care about encouraging people and inspiring people, and being honest and raw and real. And today I'm having one of those days where I just am not feeling it. I am not feeling it. And I was messaging a girlfriend of mine yesterday, and she is also not feeling it. That's okay, because when you are a feeler like me, you like to feel, taste, touch, see. It's hard. It just is hard. Yeah. What do you guys think? Where does your contentment lie? Where does your passion lie? What dreams do you have for 2025? Are you thinking outside the box? Are you keeping yourself inside of the box? Are you living in a spirit of fear? Are you trusting that the Lord works all things together for your good? Are you struggling? Have you lost someone? Were the holidays hard for you? It's a lot. It's a lot. December and January, that we have found, bring about a lot of feelings, situations. And what I've really learned, especially in 2024, heading into 2025, that it's a choice. You have a choice. You can choose to stay where you are. You can choose to pop a tent up and live there and dwell there and wallow there. And, I think it's okay to hurt for a while. I think it's okay to get in your feelings to an extent. But I think it can become a little precarious if you stay there too long. So today, I just want to encourage you to take a breath, take that next step, whatever it looks like. I don't think any family is perfect. I don't think any relationship is perfect. I don't think any situation or new adventure comes without its doubting and without its trials, without some traumas. It's life. Life is hard. It's hard. But God is good. All the time He is good. I don't know where you're at in your faith. If you have faith, if you don't have faith, if you're an atheist, whatever that is to you, I just want to encourage you on day 7 of the new year, whatever you're facing today, whatever you're doing today, I encourage you to do it with new eyes, a new perspective. Think outside the box and do hard things and have big dreams. If you're struggling right now, how can we pray for you? How can we encourage you? I don't know. Just a lot of things running through my head. When you're sick and you're resting a lot, for me, it's a lot of time to think. How can I love better? I know those have been my thoughts over the weekend. I had to do a lot of driving at the end of last week and such, and I had a lot of time to think. And one of my biggest thoughts on that drive, I was taking one of our foster children to see their grandparents. He had an overnight visit there, and I was thinking about all the things. How can we love our fosters better? How can we do better as foster parents? I know for us, fostering has brought about loads of emotions and loads of experiences, both hard and both wonderful, and that thus is the fostering journey. But I know it's just, that junk is hard. I mean, hard. Yeah, that's a whole nother video. But my point of that is, how can I love better? How can I better meet them where they're at and keep striving to be what they need, and not give up on them? I think as a society, we have given up on the children. We have. And it's sad and it's unfair. But I think as a people, I think we're just kind of giving up on ourselves, on our relationships, on our families, and maybe on God. It's easy to get in our feelings. It's easy to get upset and give up. Giving up is easy. That's the easy part. Waking up every day and not giving up and trying, that's hard. And I think we have a choice. We have a choice to do hard things or to stay where we're at and then look back later in life and say, man, I wish I had done that. I wish I had spent more time with that person before they got sick. I wish I had invested more in those friendships before it was too late. Our marriages, even. One of the biggest pieces of advice that we've gotten as foster parents is take care of your marriage. And at first I was like, okay, why wouldn't I do that, you know? But I see now, 3 years in, that's a wise piece of advice, because you get so consumed with the phone calls, the appointments, the visits, the needs of these children. It can easily become your sole focus, and you can easily neglect. You can neglect the relationships and the people that should be your absolute focus. Priority, not focus, priority. I know I'm kind of everywhere, but I just want to encourage you today, whoever you are, wherever you're viewing from, whatever your situation is, you're not alone. There are many out there who would love to come alongside you and encourage you and pray for you and love on you. And more than that, you have a God who cares about you so much, who loves you so much. If you're dealing with some hard things today, take a breath. Take a deep breath and grab a cup of coffee or a tea. Get your best teacup and sit in your favorite chair and just look out the window or listen to music and just sip your tea and know that it's never too late to try again, to keep going, to embark on that adventure or that journey. One of these videos will talk about my mom and her battle with cancer and what we learned in her through her battle, watching watching my parents together, and what we took away from that. And it was very eye-opening. So as I head to my appointment and spend some time in the quiet respite of our farmhouse in the country, I'm going to enjoy that and take a breath and take a minute and be very thankful that the kids are back at school. I'm not even lying about it. You know, it doesn't mean I don't like my kids. I love my kids, but they need structure and they need that environment. They love that environment. They thrive there. They go to wonderful schools, and they love school. And I'm very thankful for that. So that's a plus. And honestly, I think it's good to have a break and to step back and regroup, recharge. Yeah. So yeah, I might pop back on later. But have a wonderful day. Know that you are loved. Know that it's never too late to try that new thing. Embark on that new dream. Reach out to that loved one. Text that friend, call that friend. Yeah. So until next time, be blessed. Hello. I'm popping on here again for the second time today because what do you do when life happens? Some life just happened to me. I was spending the day at our farmhouse after an appointment, quality time with my cats, and spent some time with my son after school. We went to go run some errands. I am not good at backing out of places, so I was backing out and ran into the basketball hoop and broke my van. It's broken back there. It is. After taking a minute to pause, we got out because it sounded like something was dragging. And indeed, it was. It was dragging the piece of the van that I broke. So there's that. So we were figuring out how to tell my husband. And he said, "Do you want me to tell him?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you tell him." And then he's like, "No, you need to tell him in person because he'll take it better if you tell him in person." So then I took a video of it and got a call straight away. But I will say, my husband is very good about showing grace, being patient, and not reacting. So he handled it pretty well. Hopefully, it's not too expensive. But I think that's a really good example of what do you do when life happens. Going about your day, things happen, things break, accidents happen. So it's going to be okay.